Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Today we're going to be looking at the things I found interesting in the Week 8 game against the Giants. This is going to be a multi-part series. It's probably only going to be 2 parts. I'm all the way through halfway through the third quarter, and it's just not that much interesting in this game, believe it or not. Now, these are not all the plays in the game, only the ones where I found something interesting worth pointing out. These plays are in chronological order. They're not highlights or X's and O's, more just Jimmys and Joes. If you like this kind of analysis and discussion about the Buccaneers, check out our podcast with myself and Molly Bay. With that being said, let's get right to it. 4:10 in the first quarter. Graham Gano kicks off 47 yards, returned by Justin Watson for 13 yards. I want you to look at 82 Auclair. He gets hit in the face. Hands to the face for about 20 yards. And then it's this guy, 39, Elijah Penny. You'll be able to see it a little bit better here in a second. He pushes him in the face for about 20 yards. See, he's got him right there. And then pushes him into the pile, and they get into a little bit of a scrap. Look, he's face. And then that's not enough, so he brings his other hand over and gets that up in his face right there, and then pushes him over the pile, and they get into it. Rightfully so. If I was all clear, I'd be kind of pissed myself. 3:33 in the first quarter. 65 Kappa. He gets beat by 95 BJ Hill. Right here. Look at that real quick. BJ Hill ends up making the tackle. Throws into the side. And there we go. But there's some positive on this one too. We've got 66. Ryan Jensen gets a pancake on number 98, Johnson. Ooh, tosses him down. I'd like to see that. $11:20 in the second quarter. Devin White gets a sack. He does, if you watch my videos, back in New Orleans last year, the linebackers would do this interesting thing where they would jump sideways. I'll show it right here, like that, like they're going to go back into coverage, but instead he turns around and rushes in. This is great. It totally fakes out 65 and 33, who stays in the block. Neither one of them expect Devin White to come in, but he comes rushing in and gets the sack. Neither one of them saw him. Also, something else I want to point out. This is the same play. Winfield comes in. He rushes in. 66 picks him up. But watch 66. He grabs him and then turns him sideways. This is what defenders used to do when they sacked quarterbacks. It's illegal to do now on quarterbacks. You see, he turns him sideways and then puts his full force and full weight on him. This is very damaging to the collarbone. A lot of times it would break quarterbacks' collarbones, or at least cause them to have injuries to their throw-in motion. Winfield took a lot of weight on that one. $9:09 in the second quarter. This is one of those plays that makes you go, Rob Gronkowski, he comes out. This is a screen pass, and he comes out about right here, and then he comes over to block defender. This is a screen pass to Ronald Jones, goes this way. Jensen, he comes out, and he tries to block this guy, ends up missing him, but that guy makes the tackle. What drives me crazy about this is watch Rob Gronkowski. Right here, wide open. He had all this room in front of him. But as you can see, Brady's looking off. I mean, this is already, this is a designed screen, so he knows he's going to throw it to Fournette. And by the time he sees Gronk right there, Gronk has already got his head turned around. Looking at who he needs to block. And he picks this guy over here. It's a shame, though, because he's wide open and he had all this room in front of him. Three minutes left in the second quarter. Yeah, I just love Lavonte David. Here he is. And I've talked about this in videos before, but he is so good at getting off blockers or clogging up holes. And watch this. This 66 comes up. He's the lead blocker. His job is to move David out of the way, clear this hole open. But watch David. He just plants his feet, puts a shoulder in this guy, and clogs this hole up completely. I mean, look at that. He is ready. Bam! Causing this guy, 22, to have to find another hole to go up. And, of course, he doesn't get very far. Well, he gets too far there, but normally don't go very far. Here's the very next play. You'll see David does the same thing. Blocker comes out. 66 again. And there's the hole. Running back supposed to follow the lead blocker. 66 is supposed to clear this hole out. But Lavonte David has better plans. He's going to come up, plant his feet, put his shoulder into him. Wham! Right there, you see 66 just go straight up. And totally clogs that hole up. Nowhere for him to go. I love Lavonte David. 15 minutes left in the third quarter. This is actually the first play of the second half. There's a kickoff. Now here is SMB, Sean Murphy Bunting, number 23. Last year I complained about how VH3 just really slacked off. Look at how he's just kind of jogging down the field. Now you could say it's because he's on the other side and he knows the kick is coming this way. So yeah, but you know, you can put a little bit more effort into it. Keep an eye on him, and then at the end, check this out. And he's just jogging down. He's running a little about as fast as the punter. Speeds up a little bit right here, and then gets juked out. So he could have tackled the guy at the 30. Somewhere in there is about 33. Ends up going for another 15, 20 yards. 15 yards. Come on, Burvey, Bunting. Step it up, buddy. 14-12 in the third quarter. Carlton Davis gets an interception. He returns it for about 3 yards. But thank God that the Daniel Jones did not look up here. For some reason, I don't know why, Jamal Dean steps to the inside and stares like he thinks it's going to be a running play. This guy shoots straight. He is wide open. And Daniel Jones does not see him. This would have been a touchdown, no doubt about it. I don't know what was going on here, but just keep an eye on this guy. It's just a broken play. Look at that. Look, he is completely wide open. That would have been a touchdown all day long. But instead, Daniel Jones gets pressured. Barrett ends up grabbing him, twisting him as he throws, and causes an errant pass. And Carlton Davis ends up getting the interception here. Lucky for us, he did not see that wide open receiver on the other side of the field.